They told you to bring flowers, pay for dinner, and text her good morning every day. But here's the brutal truth. She's not impressed. Not by what you give, but by what you awaken in her. Think about it. You might be showering her with gifts, compliments, even grand romantic gestures. Yet something still feels off. She smiles, but her eyes don't light up the way you expect. The spark feels faint. What if I told you a woman can have everything she wants? Money, gifts, attention, and still feel an emptiness inside unless 5 very specific emotional cravings are met. See why most men tend to chase with logic, checking boxes like, did I buy flowers? Did I say the right words? Women don't connect through logic. They connect through emotion. If you don't understand what she truly craves at an emotional level, she will slowly disconnect, and you might not even realize it until it's too late. So, buckle up, because over the next 10 minutes, I'm going to reveal the 5 things she actually yearns for, even if she can't put them into words. By the end, you'll see why most men lose her, not because they gave too little, but because they gave the wrong things. Before we dive in, let's take a step back and ask, why do so many good men fail? Because they confuse transaction with transformation. They believe that giving more, buying more, texting more, doing more will win her heart. But there's a cold, hard fact. Effort that lacks emotional impact is invisible. It's like watering a plastic plant. Alaction, no growth. Most guys mess up because they focus on surface-level things, gifts, texts, grand gestures. She might smile politely when you give her something, but something feels off, detached. That's not ungratefulness. That's emotional starvation because she doesn't want what's in your hand. She wants what's in your core. And that brings us to the very first craving she can't help but seek. 1. She craves emotional grounding. Women live in a craving, number 1. Emotional grounding. World flooded with emotional volatility, comparison, pressure, intuition, and instinct. They feel waves of anxiety, mood swings, and constant external demands pulling them in different directions. So the first thing she unconsciously craves is certainty, not in money or texts, but in emotional grounding. She needs a presence that anchors her, steady, reliable, unshakable, like a towering oak tree standing strong in a storm. It's not about being perfect. It's about radiating inner stillness and strength even when the chaos hits. She wants to feel that you won't flinch. Not when she's moody, not when she tests you, not when life throws unexpected challenges your way. Because here's the truth. If you crumble emotionally when she pulls back, you fail the test before it even begins. Think about those moments when she says, I just need space, and your mind spirals into panic. She's watching you more closely than ever in those moments. Will you chase her? Collapse, beg for reassurance? Or will you remain calm, stoic, grounded, knowing you are enough, even in silence? If she doesn't feel emotionally safe with you, she'll look for that safety somewhere else. But if she does feel that safety, you become her emotional home. And no, emotional safety isn't about cuddling on the couch while crying about your ex. It means you hold your frame steady and calm while she unravels her fears and vulnerabilities. When you do that, she doesn't run away. She falls deeper for you because you're the solid ground she can stand on. Imagine this in real life. She's upset about work, stressed, anxious. You don't fix it. You don't panic. You listen with patience, and you show strength by just being there. That emotional grounding feels like relief. A calm harbor in a raging sea. Now what about the second craving? It's where things get exciting. 2, she craves the thrill of discovery. Let's get real. She craving number 2. The thrill of discovery doesn't want to solve you like a puzzle. She wants to explore you. The mystery, the layers, the depth. The moment she figures you out completely, the romance dies. That's why being overly available, transparent, or agreeable all the time backfires. It feels safe, but also predictable. And predictable feels boring. Women are magnetically drawn to men who carry mystery, not deception, but depth of character. Men who have layers, purpose, silence, and a life outside of her. when she doesn't know exactly what you're thinking, when you speak less and move with intention, when your world feels bigger than her approval, that's when she starts thinking, who is this guy? And just when she thinks she's got you figured out, you reveal another layer. Suddenly she's hooked. If more hasn't worked for you, more gifts, more texts, more explanations, maybe it's time to give her less but mean it more. Less needy, less predictable, less clingy, more mystery, more depth, more confidence. This craving taps into a primal part of female psychology. The excitement of the chase, the lure of the unknown. Picture this. A man who doesn't rush to answer every text, who shares his passions and ambitions without needing constant approval, who holds back some things, keeping an air of intrigue. That man commands attention because women love to discover, not dissect. Now that you understand the power of emotional grounding and the thrill of discovery, it's time to unlock the next craving. One that strikes at the heart of masculine energy itself. 3. She craves masculine leadership. Leadership craving number 3. Masculine leadership isn't about barking orders or dominating every decision. True masculine leadership means having a vision, a path you're walking with clear purpose, and inviting her to follow willingly, not dragging her along. Most men think leadership means saying, "Whatever you want, babe," hoping it sounds sweet. But deep down, she hears, "I have no spine." What electrifies her? A man who says, "Here's what I'm doing. You're welcome to join me." That tone, it's masculine, secure, magnetic. You're not her Uber driver asking where to. That's not seductive. You're the driver saying, "Buckle up." When you lead with clarity, you give her a break from decision fatigue. She doesn't want to be in charge all the time. She wants to trust your direction. And when she trusts you, she surrenders more than her body. She gives you her loyalty, her effort, her very soul. This isn't just about dating. It's about being the man who stands tall amidst uncertainty, who sets a course and moves forward with confidence. Imagine the power in that. The power to inspire, the power to attract. Leadership in this sense becomes a form of love, a way to show her you believe in a future you're building together. Next up, and this one is a game-changer. 4. She craves growth, not comfort. Craving, number 4. Growth. Not comfort. Comfort feels safe, but growth feels alive. Forget the rom-com fantasy of worshiping her like a queen. Women want to be seen as potential empresses challenged to rise, to level up, to become their best selves. If you never call out her excuses, if you tiptoe around her feelings just to keep the peace, if you fear disagreeing because you worry you'll lose her, you're not loving her. You're appeasing her. She wants a man who believes in her higher self more than her current self. A man who looks at her and says, "You're better than that," with a mix of love and strength. A man who demands her growth, not her comfort. Why? Because growth means she's chosen, not for who she is now, but for who she can become by your side. When she feels challenged in the right way, it ignites a fire in her. It makes her feel alive. It makes her feel respected. Growth is not about criticism or tearing down. It's about partnership, vision, and shared evolution. Think about this in your relationship. Are you encouraging her to stretch beyond her limits? Or are you settling into easy patterns that lead to boredom? Women crave the man who pushes, who inspires, who refuses to let their relationship stagnate. And now, the final craving. 5. She craves space to choose you. Here's the paradox that craving number 5, space to choose you, trips up so many men. The more you try to hold on tight, the more you push her away. The more you control, the more she rebels inside. But the more you give her space to breathe, reflect, and come to you freely, the more she stays. Freedom doesn't mean absence. It means you don't control her because you don't need to. You're not afraid of losing her because you've already found yourself. Women crave this space to choose you every single day. It's why the stoic man, calm, unattached, self-possessed, is irresistible. He doesn't chase, he doesn't beg, he doesn't control, he attracts. His energy whispers, "I want you, but I don't need you. And if you stay, it's because you choose me every day." That's freedom, and that's what she craves more than diamonds, dinners, or 100 compliments. So, let's put it all together. She's not impressed by what you give. She's moved by what you are. Certainty, mystery, direction, challenge, freedom. These 5 cravings shape the entire landscape of female desire. Master them and you won't just win her over. You'll never have to chase again. Now ask yourself, are you watering a plastic plant or are you growing a real connection? If this opened your eyes, share it with a man who needs to hear it. And if you want more deep insights into female psychology, masculine mastery, and stoic dating wisdom, subscribe now and turn on the bell because this channel, it's where good men become unforgettable ones.